I have gotten to the root of the problem with my electrical system, I believe. So, um, Summer is almost here, and God willing, I am really hoping to be able to do some long distance travel this summer. So, that means that I want to make sure that everything about this Airstream is running as it should be. The electrical system, however, has been a bit of a problem for me for a while now. And so I wanted to go ahead and get a jump on it so that I can get it under control before it's time to head out. So, over the weekend, I pretty much have an idea of what the issue was, and I'll just give you a little bit of background. So, this is a 2021 Airstream Atlas. When I initially got it, the coach comes standard with two AGM batteries that support all of the systems in the house here. Um, Immediately from the factory, I upgraded those to lithium ion batteries. Lithium is standard now. Back then, it was an option. I think it's standard now in most coaches or RVs anyway. But anyway, so I had those and they worked fine for quite a while. Some people immediately, completely upgrade their electrical system so that they have the ability to run fully, truly fully off of battery and not have to rely so much on shore power. But I didn't have a need for that. Um, but as I started having problems with the batteries, I have had it looked at several times at several dealerships, and nobody has ever been able to resolve the issue completely. So, as soon as my warranty ran out on the Airstream, I immediately took it to a technician to see if they could figure out what the problem was. And just so you know, some manufacturers like Airstream, when you're under warranty, they don't let you go and just take your coach or your trailer to anyone to service it. And that was the case for me. It could only be serviced by Airstream. Otherwise, I potentially ran the risk of voiding my warranty. Anyway, as soon as I had another technician look at it, he diagnosed the problem pretty quickly. First, we switched out the batteries, and honestly, like looking back at it now, I don't even think the batteries were the problem. Everyone wants to throw that out as what the issue is, but really, I knew that there was nothing wrong with those batteries. But what it turned out to be is I had a bad DC-DC buck boost converter. And so after replacing my batteries, I had the converter replaced by this technician who who is very good. However, he did not complete the installation. We were in a bit of a hurry. When he got to the final step, for certain reasons, he did not complete the installation in terms of programming the new converter so that it was aware that it was new and that it needed to be talking to the alternator and to the batteries and all of that. So I think that that's part of one of the problems that has continued to linger on, that I just never got resolved. And so after doing a bunch of troubleshooting today and yesterday, I think that's going to probably take care of most of my issue. Why that's important for my upcoming travel is this. I am not much of a planner. I don't like to plan. Obviously, though, if I'm going to be traveling for a very long distance, I'm going to do some planning, but I don't want to have to rely on a power source from a campground or RV resort. I feel too tied and locked in when I have to make reservations like that. I just don't like to travel like that. I like to have the freedom and flexibility to come and go as I please, to go see things, to change my route, do whatever I want. And I can't do that if I have to lock in to a campground or an RV resort every single time I need to re-up my power, for example. So I want to make sure that I get that alternator talking back to my batteries again, because with me being or with my plans being to do a lot of driving, that's the easiest way for me to keep my batteries topped off. Also, so I can charge my batteries 4 different ways. Number one, shore power. That's the fastest, most reliable, usually, I guess, maybe the cleanest, I don't know, way to charge up these house batteries when they get low. Shore power is just literally taking a 30 amp cord, plugging it into a pedestal when I arrive at a campground or an RV resort, or if I'm at home even, I can take that same 30 amp cord, plug it into an outside outlet at my house. I don't actually have 30 amps at my house. I think I've got like 15 or 20, but all I do is just go in the cabinet in front of me and adjust the settings so that it's aware that it's not, you know, pulling 30 amps in, it's only getting 15 or 20, and I can top off that way. So that's number one, shore power. Number two, I have an onboard generator, which is awesome. So even if I don't get my alternator talking back to these batteries by the time I get ready to head out for my long adventure, I can still stay fully charged by using my generator to keep everything charged. The third way, I have solar panels on the roof. I have 3 100-watt solar panels that essentially provide a trickle charge to the batteries. And then the last way is the alternator. So long story short, you know, that's just one of the things that I want to make sure is taken care of, because if I have power, I can go anywhere. I can be there for however long I need to. And it's just, you know, it's just one of those things that will make the travel experience a lot more smooth. I want to have my power working as it should be. So, so yeah, so I'm at the point now where I'm kind of at a stopping point. I tried to program that new converter myself. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to do it. I might have to find some place here locally to do that last step for me. But the nice thing is I've dug into it. I know what I need, and I don't have to spend a whole bunch of money having someone piddle around with systems and, you know, just going through everything that I've already paid people to try and figure out several times. I don't need to do that anymore. I can literally just go find a you know, some sort of place that works on or with the Victron equipment, and they should be able to take care of the programming very, very easily.